If Blackpink didn't win the Rookie of the Year award in 2016, would anything have changed? Let's find out. Welcome to Current Korea. Thanks for joining us. The Story of Blackpink, Year 1, By the Numbers. The Story by the Numbers is a series of videos that we do here on this channel, where we try to tell the story of a group based on the numbers of that year. In this case, Blackpink's first year. We all know about the famous history of Blackpink's rise to superstardom, the sisterhood, the personalities of the members, but you can find those videos throughout the internet. In this series, we like to put the story into better context using the numbers to paint a more complete picture. They say numbers don't lie. We'll see if that holds true. First, especially with the first year videos, we like to figure out the debut year's landscape. A total of 79 total groups debuted in 2016. Out of those, 54 were girl groups. 14 out of those 54 groups are still active today. And only 6 groups ever won a trophy. 54 girl groups debuts sounds like a lot for 1 year. Let's see how that stacks up over the years. You could see in the early 2010s, there were not as much competition, but as the years went on, and probably with the rising popularity with K-pop, you can see the rise in the competition each year. We know G-Friend and Twice debuted the year earlier, along with 47 other girl groups, and with 54 girl groups to contend with within their own 2016 debut class, we can see the competition Blackpink faced during their debut. That's impressive. Out of the 54 girl groups who debuted in 2016, only 6 groups managed to eventually win the coveted music show trophies. While this is a whole video by itself, the trophies themselves are important as they show a measurable to the public of the group's success. This is more important to newcomers than veterans, as veterans already have their fan base and are using the videos as advertisements. While the same can be said of rookies, for rookies, the trophies show a measurable to the public that aren't aware of them, who they are. Going back to the chart, you could see that Blackpink won their first trophy in 13 days. That looks to be an accomplishment, but you hear about groups winning after 7 or 10 days recently. Let's look around that time and see if the 13 days mean anything. The picture shows that winning trophies back then was hard. It took an average of 764 days for a new girl group to win a trophy. So winning their first in 13 days, yeah, we can see that was definitely an impressive feat. But another group to notice on this list is IOI, who won their first in 104 days, a feat in its own right. And that should be because IOI actually won 8 trophies that year, as opposed to Blackpink, who won 4. What this tells us is that Blackpink had some competition, and this was not going to be a runaway year. Blackpink garnered more than 2.4 million downloads and over 128 million streams in 2016. They did not have any album sales, as the single albums, Square 1 and 2, did not sell as an album. This is where things get a little interesting, as we didn't know how close the sales numbers were until we did our research. First, Blushing Youth sold over 10,000 albums, 2 million downloads, and had over 114 million streams. On top of that, IOI sold 237,000 albums with 810,000 downloads and over 102 million streams. We did not expect a 3-way race at all. Obviously, albums to downloads to streams are not exact comparables, and we haven't been in the industry long enough to know what the albums to singles ratio would be in equal. But just by looking at the numbers, you could conclude that this is a 3-way tie with a slight edge to IOI. If you're keeping score, amazingly, that's 2 out of 3 for IOI. Now let's put everything together. Purely based off of numbers, it looks like IOI would have been the slight favorites to win Rookie of the Year. But they didn't. Blackpink did. Could Melon have made a mistake in giving Blackpink the award? Possibly. Did they make a mistake? No. This video isn't about the Rookie of the Year award. It's about telling the story of their first year using the numbers to show better context, as we don't even discuss visuals, attitude, dancing skills, or other X factors. Did IOI and Blushing Youth deserve the award? Yes. Did Blackpink deserve the award? Yes. Was the correct winner awarded? Again, yes. People vote with their wallets, and perhaps more importantly, their time. Blackpink has 6 videos with over 1.1 billion views. People bought their songs when it first came out, and they still support it with their time. The 13 days to their first win show the first glimpse of the cultural icons they would become, and put everyone's eyes on them. The trophy and sales numbers support they were a force in the making, except instead of as a runaway, they had competition to overcome. The question at the beginning of the video, if Blackpink didn't win the Rookie of the Year award in 2016, would anything have changed? Absolutely not. That's it for today. Thanks for joining us. That's what's in the news for Current Korea.